All right, I'm in front of a camera. So are you.
Hey guys, how you doing?
This is Robert Fleisher. We're using the Amazing Oz camera. Isn't that great?
It's a Steadicam.
Yeah, now Robert here is an artist. He's probably the best, well, he's certainly the best one I know, but he's the best watercolor artist in the country. I always say that. Would that be the world?
That could be.
Yeah, this country is not the world, you know. You must be a Trumper.
No, let's not go there.
Okay, we won't go there. Anyway, I'm sitting here talking to Robert, and he's going to hold the thing for a while. It's a Steadicam. Isn't that good? Nice picture, right?
Yeah.
Am I wearing a contradiction shirt?
No.
This is too many colors. The only reason I have this on is, you know what? Because the bird craps on me.
And you can't tell.
And you can't tell.
Okay,
That's right. So
that's
you can go
right.
out with bird crap and be very fashionable. Now, Robert here is being the artist that you are. Okay. Why are you a painter? Why would you be? Would you call yourself a painter or
Why?
just an artist?
Why? That's a great question, Joey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to say that's awfully close. That's too close. To save the world. Why else? Right? That's why you do it. Where's the
You're a
camera?
painter to save the world.
That's the that I thought my imagery could save the world. I wanted to be a statesman. Political science was my major in college, and when Nixon said I'm not a crook, I thought, no, I don't think that. I'll give my painting 6 months, and I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
So, and I thought that if I painted the right imagery, that it could make a difference in the world, and I'm still waiting.
No, you are making a difference.
That's what some people tell me,
Yeah.
but you know, I'm probably I'd like to live to see the day, but I'm not sure I will, and that's okay. I'm at a place now where I'm just getting as much work out into the world as possible. That's what I'm focused on. I'm not focused on saving the world so much anymore as just doing imagery that is whimsical and fun to look at, and hopefully a little enlightening on some level, without hammering you over the head with depressing imagery or angry imagery. I mean, there's enough going on in that. So, robertfleisher.com. You can look at my work.
Oh, you got your own name. Somebody's
Yeah.
got mine.
Yeah, the late Joey Reynolds Show on YouTube,
Yeah.
right?
And also on Facebook too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this: why is it that we don't see the awards like we do? The Grammys are for the records, the Emmys are for TV, the Oscars for, we've got all the awards, right? They even got the Annie. They even the porn people have an award.
I wouldn't know about that, but because I stay away from that. But the MacArthur Foundation is kind of an award. It's an anonymous grant. Nobody knows where that comes from or how you get one. And they just this past October announced the new winners of the MacArthur, Foundation. So, and that's a grant of several $100,000 they dole out. And when you get that grant, it is like an award. And you're in the New York Times, and it's publicity.
And they give you money.
And they give you money to work.
Well, do you get famous because of it?
Well, you get 15 minutes of fame for a little bit when they announce the recipients, and they are usually, artists and poets, people in the arts that have. Some of them are young.
Is
Some
there a
of them are
Norman
old.
Rockwell Award?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Did Norman Rockwell ever win a prize, Nobel or Pulitzer?
I don't.
He's
know.
Americana.
Yeah, no, I don't know if they give those awards for that.
How about Frank Lloyd Wright? He's the designer.
You're asking? I don't.
Well, there's a lot of famous
I'm
people.
sure he's won. Frank Lloyd Wright has won awards, I'm sure, but I don't know about Norman
Well,
Rockwell.
how do you get famous?
Well, Norman wasn't taken seriously for a long time. He was considered a commercial artist for the magazine covers, for the Post and everything that he did. But after he passed away, the art critics who didn't take him seriously while he was alive started taking his work seriously. There's a great painting of a barber shop
Yeah.
that in the back room of the barber shop, they're all playing music. And when you look at that painting, it's an amazing painting. From the windowsill, you're looking from the sidewalk into an empty barber shop. The lights are out, and in the back room, they're playing music. And to me, that's a fantastic painting.
Yeah.
Because the windowsill on the outside of the barber shop has all the cracks and worn weather and all the detail that Norman was able to put into his work that most people wouldn't consider important, but it's that kind of thing that holds you to the into the painting. I think if a painting can hold you for 10 seconds, it's a win. I mean,
Well, what about Frank Lloyd Wright?
well, his works were, you lived in them. I mean,
Yeah,
his homes.
right.
He would create these amazing homes and buildings that were art.
Well, you see, you described a painting of Norman Rockwell. You described it. You used words to describe, you visualized it based on your words. You know, I work with words and pictures sometimes, you know, on the television part. But you work with pictures without the words. You don't have words on them. You don't have
I do
sound.
put words in some of my paintings as kind of like messaging or thought-provoking or irony or whimsy or whatever. Certain words can be used like that. So I do use words. While your wit is extemporaneous and, you know, you're funny on the fly, my stuff is worked out very carefully in a preliminary drawing, and then I use that drawing to transfer it to the watercolor paper. Whereas you're just on the fly. You're in the moment, you know, interacting with people live. So that's a different kind of gift.
Do you think after I die, they're going to remember me?
Yes. Well, you're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
you're in the phone book. You know, you're already there. You know, I'm in the phone book because I have an auction record.
Is that right?
Yes, I sold a painting at auction, and so if anybody looks for an auction record for me, they'll find one, and that is like being in the phone book. That's very important today.
Now, are you still trying to be famous or
No.
no? Is
It's,
that a bad question?
no, George Harrison said it best. He said it's the biggest waste of time anybody can endeavor in, to chase fame. So just focus on the work you got to do and do the best you can. That's my
Well, you made a
philosophy.
guitar. You designed a guitar.
Well, I copied the Hofner
All right,
guitar.
now wait. Now let's start with the beginning. I introduced you to Les Paul,
Yes,
and then Les Paul had invented a log guitar.
yes, and he signed both my guitars, the one I made and the Les Paul guitar
Yeah.
that I bought.
And so you did a really good job of having a playable guitar. It's not just carved
it's-
out of wood. I mean,
yeah.
it is wood.
It's
But
solid body.
isn't that Les Paul's trick was to have the log? The log was wood,
Well,
wasn't it?
he invented the electric guitar with the log, which is in the Smithsonian Institute, and all of his equipment is there too. Yeah, I mean, Les is a genius. I mean, and my memories of hanging out with Les and you at a couple of dinners, and you know, his best advice to me was, you know, when I was telling him I was dabbling in writing songs, and he said, you know, remember, you're the first one to listen to your new song. If you like it, chances are somebody else will too. And that's an exact quote at the benefit dinner that we were at for your daughter.
Yeah, well, you know, Les was a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he came to my kitchen to make sure I was making the cheesecakes. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He said, I want to see if you make these goddamn things. And he stuck his finger in the
Oh, I didn't know that.
cream cheese. And he said, yeah, I guess you do. And I said, no, I just had this set up for you today to look like it. Of course I make my own cheesecake. What are you talking about?
Well, let me turn this so people can see you. There you are. And he does make an excellent cheesecake.
We
There
can go
we
in the
are.
refrigerator. I got a couple on ice.
Oh yeah, we should have a piece of cheesecake.
want a piece of
The
cheesecake?
Joey Reynolds cheesecake is fantastic.
You want some?
Sure.
All right, come on.
All right, that's a Reynolds Wrap, I guess.
No.
Oh, we're gonna go in line?
Yeah, we're going to take the bird inside, too.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Oz. Let's go. Come on. All right. Yeah, she wants to go inside too. See, when you're having something to eat, the bird's in.
Oh, I just slammed the door.
That's all right. Did you slam it
I didn't
with the
mean
glass
to.
on it?
No,
Don't
I
break the glass. It seems to be 7 years of bad luck. Where do they get all those superstitions from anyway? Hold on to the camera, okay? I just made a. You want chocolate cheesecake? You like chocolate?
Sure.
Okay. I made a chocolate one. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Here. I just made this last night.
Oh, wow.
Packaged it up this morning.
Oh my God.
How about this?
Wow.
It's got a topping on it. See, Les wanted to know if I was making these things. All right. Should we cut you a piece? You want to try it?
Sure.
Where's my cheesecake knife? I got the one I'm going to slit my wrist with if the elections aren't going good.